President Kennedy begins his venture in personal diplomacy in Latin America with a stop in Puerto Rico, where he is greeted by Governor Luis Munoz Marin. The president's whirlwind tour was planned to strengthen cooperation among South American countries for economic betterment. And at the San Juan airport, he terms Puerto Rico the bridge between Latin America and the United States. More than 250,000 people cheer Mr. Kennedy on his way to the governor's mansion, and they press against the gates, calling for him to make an appearance. Flags of the nation and the Commonwealth wave over the mansion as Mr. Kennedy is honored at a state reception. With Governor Marin, he greets the guests before a formal dinner. Latin American affairs press heavily on the president, even on such occasions. He spent an hour with his aides before the reception, conferring on the rapidly shifting state of affairs in the Dominican Republic, and then went on to Caracas, Venezuela. There's a huge crowd at the airport awaiting his arrival, and here again the president's reception is warm and cordial. None of the anti-U.S. demonstrations that marred Vice President Nixon's visit 2 years ago materialized. Greeted by Venezuelan President Romulo Betancourt, Mr. Kennedy praised him for leading his country in the path of liberty and progress. It was Mr. Betancourt who overthrew a dictatorial regime 3 years ago. President Kennedy visits a farm project on the outskirts of Caracas, which is a pilot program in bettering the lot of impoverished farmers. It is part of the Alliance for Progress, a drive on the part of the United States and Latin American countries for the betterment of economic well-being in all of the Western Hemisphere. Mr.